Hello and welcome back to Broken Sword. So, I just had a thought. While this guy is like bleeding out in the street, we should check out the bonus stuff. Because in my previous game I unlocked 3 of these bonus comic strips, sort of. Or not strips, but comic thingies. So, I wasn't sure when to actually like show you these because I didn't know when or how I unlocked them. But I have 3 of them, so we might as well go through them, because now I know that I have unlocked them, even though I don't know how, if that makes sense. So, first one. These are like Nico's background, I think. So, I fell in love with photography on my 12th birthday. Ugh, I hate that word. Papa had bought me a camera. We were on vacation, just the 2 of us. It was my last summer as a child. Papa told me how proud he was of me, how beautiful I looked. Aww, okay. And then the summer was over. Papa had to leave. We had no idea what was about to happen. Dun dun. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I broke the immersion. No fear for the future. No warning. Oh, it's in the next one. Well, shit. Alright. Dun dun da. There we go. Sorry, I messed that up. Kaboom! Explosions! Suddenly, I was alone. And now, as every summer ends, the nightmare returns. Dun dun da. I'm really sorry I like completely ruined the entire atmosphere of that, but that's as good as you're gonna get. So, now, I guess we'll go outside and check on the dying guy.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this
Did he just get hit and then like tossed in the trunk or something?
Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
Wow.
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Thanks, kid. Let's talk to him again.
Hey,
What?
did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Maybe the package fell somewhere out of sight. Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy caught up in a whirlpool of intrigue.
And you're drunk.
Not so.
Yeah.
He is drunk.
You've been drinking mucky beer in the boozer.
Only a few glasses.
Wow. So if I hadn't been drinking, he might have like trusted me more? Well, I guess I'm sticking with this.
See you later, kid.
Because
Okay,
yeah,
mister.
I will replay things that I didn't intend to do, like telling him that I was a professor in history and whatever. But it was my choice to drink the beer, so I'm gonna stand by
Plastic cover
that.
had been smashed and broken away, revealing a switch.
Turn off the power to the entire building.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Did I get the switch? Nope.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Alright. Can I open this now?
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside. It was a trap door in the sidewalk.
Maybe I can ask the bartender about this.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
More beer over here.
Oh.
I think you've had enough. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional.
Oh,
electrician.
I turned off the
well,
pump?
At least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
What? Wait, what was that? Did it break? That was weird. So wait, if I hadn't been drinking and I turned that off, what would have happened, I wonder? Well, let's read the notes. Lochmarn, what a beautiful village. Nico and I must really be onto something here. Ancient manuscripts, the Knights Templar, and a tripod from a medieval manuscript. All I need is the gem that goes with it. I will start by asking the locals about Pegram and his dig. Came across this guy, Sean Fitzgerald, who was as nervous as a long-tailed cat. Is that an expression? Okay. He'd been given a package by Pegram, and told to give it to someone called Jack Marquet? I don't know, I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. Fitzgerald panicked when I caught him out, rushed out of the pub, and was run over by a leprechaun. Khan rented a leprechaun suit. It must be him. So let's head over here now.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Let's look over here first. Oh, no.
The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood. Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Let's use this thing. Nope.
Hi, do you speak English?
Well,
Whoa.
no, what if I was to say no? An implication of
Wait,
cognizance
why would-
shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
Is that supposed to be a joke? I don't get it.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Is it used on sheep?
No, it's for lifting the covers off drains.
Never.
Alright,
Well,
I'm
the end
gonna...
of the tool fits into the hole.
They'd slip out. Angles are wrong. You'd never do it.
I have. I did it in Paris.
I'm gonna skip
You
all
recognize
these,
the
like,
man?
pointless
No, but I
things.
wouldn't
Not
trust
skip
him.
them,
His eyes are too close.
but, like, I'm gonna
Does
go
this
through them
false
pretty
nose
fast.
mean anything to you?
You're a
What do you make of this?
That's a sorry sight to wave.
Would
Because,
you like
yeah,
to shake my
it's...
hand?
What is
takes
this?
so much
I don't
time.
do that male bonding stuff.
Have you any use?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear
Different voice
me.
quality again?
What do you make?
Seems ordinary enough.
Do you recognize the...
I can't read that.
Sports car?
What can
Let's
you
ask him
tell me
about
about
this.
the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Did
Car.
you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
What?
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh, no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to
All
know
these people
exactly
are
what Sean has gotten
extremely
himself into.
I'm
insensitive.
not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
What?
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvellous! I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
So I'm using the haystack to climb into the castle, I'm assuming?
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay. On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall.
So this is actually new.
The stack of hay stopped short of the top of the wall.
Oh.
Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed
Doesn't
was a
look
slice
out
or
of
two
reach.
of Alice's Wonderland.
You know, if you would just, like, jump and grab it. I guess he did say it didn't work out, so...
There was a narrow crack between two of the stones where the centuries-old mortar had crumbled away. I pushed my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock.
So maybe I'm putting the drain tool there. Yeah. Let's try that.
I inserted
Wow,
the end of the
that was
lifting
more
key
than a
in the
couple of
mortarless
inches.
crack
That was
and
like
gave it
a
firm
foot.
shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Whoa, suddenly goat. And I can't even do anything with the goat. And this just takes me back. Yep, okay. Climb it again. He needed to work out, he said.
It was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
Oh god! My
The
plow!
rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Oh. So the goat is stuck now. Does that help me somehow? Maybe... I'm not even sure, but maybe the goat would have, like, bumped me if I tried to go down here. I assume so. Suddenly he looks very weird and slim. And the ladder's gonna break. Okay, or not. Why did they bother to make an animation for that?
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers of stone projected from the back of the carving.
Oh yeah.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Oh, but if I
Statue
move it
lay
now,
face up in
the
soft
indentation
sand.
will be in the sand.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
Exactly. That's very clean looking.
The 5 fingers on the back of the statue had left their impressions in the fine sand. I placed my fingers in the 5 impressions left by the fallen stone, It was weird. They fit perfectly.
Alright.
There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged on. I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened. The sack contained a fine white powder.
Is it like cement?
As I dipped my fingers into the soft
It's
white
cement.
powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris.
Oh, plaster.
I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints. The sack. I reached into the. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants. I tried in vain to move the panel.
Alright, so I need to like mix these? Nope.
Maybe not.
Maybe I need like a beer
Maybe
or
not.
something. Because this, I need something to like moisten the plaster, I think. Maybe I won't.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled. The patch of sand where the statue had fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster. I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement. I smoothed.
Towel? Seems to work. Oh, right, it was beer stained.
I squeezed the towel as hard as I could, but it was barely damp.
And nothing else. Nope. Alright, so I guess I need to go and get another beer or something, but the tap is gone. Or not gone, but it doesn't work anymore. So let's see how I do this.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
More beer over here.
I think I'm sorry.
Oh.
Does this...
I'm not.
Oh.
Look,
I wonder how... Why did I switch the tap off?
hello? What do you make?
Ah!
What?
Hay fever!
What?
I'll see you.
You wouldn't get hay fever from
There
plaster
was a
powder, would
vacant
you?
look on it.
Alright, so I have an idea, but I'm not sure this is gonna work. But this guy did mention, I realized, that he
Excuse
needed
me?
an electrician. And that's what this card says, isn't
It
it?
just so happens I'm an
Sweet.
electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that
Hasn't he
marvelous?
told him that his name is George?
Here's a house bedevilled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer. And
Sure
when you finish that,
thing.
will you take a look at the pumps?
Okay.
It was an electrical plug attached to the It was an electric glass washer.
Well, let's unplug it first. Always do that, kids.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug.
Good job. What?
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Well, let's
Excuse
ask
me?
him to see the
Yes, sir?
wiring. Can't.
Look,
Now I'm not sure what to do again.
I could... I'll see... It was a short piece of wire.
Oh! Take it, quick!
Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table.
Will you leave it alone, man?
Look, I know how it seems, but my curiosity got the better of me.
Take it.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed his piece of wire.
Well, it's not as if he didn't see that.
Hello again.
What?
Here, this wire belongs to you.
Oh, no. Never saw it before. No.
What? What? What's
I'll
going
see you
on?
later.
I don't understand this. Why do I guess... Can I use this? Unlike this or something?
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard
don't
safety
know about
precautions.
this. Holy
Excuse
crap.
me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer.
And you
no
didn't
problem.
even get any hints about this.
And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man, on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Maybe I can find the key to that grate or something outside.
It was the lever which locked the trap door.
Really?
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Is there a flashlight here somewhere? Oh god, the mouse is passing out.
It was the lever.
No, don't pull it up again.
I pulled the lever.
Alright. Get up. Get out. Get down.
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Really now? Oh god, hi Con.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
I guess that's supposed to be a creepy voice, but it doesn't really work. Also, I guess I can't go down here.
It was impossible.
So, let's see. I met Khan, face to face. He came right up to me and asked about the accident. He was looking for something. Fitzgerald must have had the gem in the package. Now all I need to do is find it. So I guess I'll ask him for like a ladder or something. And then I really think it's probably overdue.
Yes, sir?
Again. Yep, nope.
Look,
I should,
Now I could see.
Oh.
I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily.
Oh! This was in the...
Then I noticed
Okay.
a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door.
I didn't realize they led to the same place.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Alright.
It was a large blue gemstone. It was the barman's flashlight.
Got it! Got the gem that goes with the tripod. Now I just have to figure out what to do with them. Sweet. So
It
this
was a rust.
I want to do this with.
The slow drip of water barely dampened the towel.
Come on, you can more than dampen.
The slow drip.
Oh.
The faucet
Oh.
creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Well, that's good enough. Nope. And
I
just
held the
put it in your
towel under the
pocket.
faucet and
Sweet.
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Alright, nothing else to check here, I believe. So, I really should end it, but let's just rush over to the castle and get into that room, and I'll end it there, so we actually do, or make some progress. I wish I could skip this. Here we go!
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Sweet! Oh, I did not mean to take a screenshot. Let's save. And put it in.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Hooray! Oh, so we needed a flashlight for that. Well, we had to have a flashlight for this. What are you doing? Oh. Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. We're doing Nico's side of it, I guess. I don't know what she's gonna be doing. Investigating something, I can't remember what it was. But, yeah, thanks for watching. This is probably a very long episode. Again, I'm sorry for that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!